Hey everybody, and welcome to Hidden Gems, where we be dropping gems every Sunday. And on the fifth episode of every fifth episode, we'll go live. You'll see our wonderful and beautiful faces. But for tonight, you're gonna go ahead and listen to us because guess what? These gems we're about to drop, they're expensive, okay? And they're very expensive. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my plug. My plug is at light of Lex underscores in between light of Lex, and moving on to the next coast.
Hello, everybody. It is Monet Tay here, you guys, with House of Monet Tay. You guys know that we have the best hair in town, the most beautiful hair that a girl could ever wish for. So
Woo
make
woo.
sure you guys head over to House of Monet Tay on Instagram and, shop with your girl because we only bring in the best. And of course, I am a credit repair specialist. So if you guys are having any, problems or issues with credit, you guys can holler at me, and I'll get you right. So, yeah.
And what's up? This your boy Renzo Da Vinci. One of the best videographers around Tennessee. If you're
Click, click,
looking for
click.
anybody to, write your next, movie script or any stage plays or, write a book, whatever, I'm the guy.
Okay. Well,
Look at
hello
that.
everybody. How y'all doing today?
We living life.
Everything is good. What's going on, y'all?
Man, ready to get into the discussion today. This gonna be a good one.
What's
you know,
definitely, definitely. Sound like y'all finna cook something, put it on the table, and
You
I
know, we
told you
only
these
bringing
gems tonight
gems.
are expensive, guys. You might as
But
well get your wallet out.
mm.
well, so should I bring the topic or Lexus? Are you gonna do the honors?
Okay, so since it was your idea, I don't want to misrepresent it. I can state the verse you want to say about it.
Okay, well, today, you guys, I hope you all like this episode. Like we said, we are going to continue to bring gems to this channel every single week, you guys. And this week we are talking about the verse of the day, you guys. So Lexus, where did this verse of the day come from?
So the verse of the day is from the Bible app. It's just generic. Go and download it. It gives you a different verse of the Bible every day, and it's a great way to start if you actually want to get. I'm sorry, I got the hiccups. Actually, it's a great way to start if you guys want to, learn more about the Bible. Read more every day. It's just a good starting point, and you don't, some people just get the verse of the day and move along, and that's just fine because that's what it's there for. So the
Okay.
verse of today was first. I'm gonna read two versions just so people can understand. The first version is the King James version, which is blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
What's that verse and chapter?
So that is Matthew 5:6. Thank you for that. Then
Matthew
the
5.
same verse in the Good News translation, they change up the word so it's easier to understand. It's happy are those whose greatest desire is to do what God requires. God will satisfy them fully.
Mm.
So, does everybody on the household panel understand those two verses or need me to read them again?
Um, I just read that verse and chapter again.
Matthew
Where's
5:16.
Matthew 5:16?
No, I'm so
um,
Now,
sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not even
five and
right.
six.
That's not right. It's Matthew 5:6, y'all.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna need you to get God's word right
I
Did
now. The
you
Bible
just read a
version.
whole different verse?
I read the right verse. It was just I said the
Oh,
wrong. I said the wrong thing, but I
She
read the
talking
right
about
verse.
some 16 and it's verse 6.
oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, we might need to look at 16. Why was it on my mind?
but but no, like, oh my gosh, that is like, oh my gosh. I just feel something about that verse. It says, happy are those whose greatest desire is to do what God requires. God will satisfy them fully. So what I get from there, you guys, I get what I think is saying is that when you do when your greatest desire is to please God or to do the things that he would have you to do, or obey his commandments, I feel like it's saying that he will fulfill you, like with everything you would ever want in life. And those are the most people who are really, really happy in life, because their main objective is not, nothing that's worldly. It's not nothing that, that we're wishing for on earth. Is something that we're looking, much further past earth, to please God. And I feel like, that's our overall mission here. And I know that, I feel like, if he says, you ask and you shall receive. So I can definitely agree with that. Like, I don't have anything else to say. I'm just really smiling right now, because that's one of my desire, is to please him. And it's just like, dang, that just hit home right there.
And what
Anybody
about
else,
you,
how
Da
y'all feel
Vinci?
about it?
I agree. I mean, uh, trying to well, basically, basically what you said, or just basically how we feel about the whole verse in
How you
general.
feel about the verse? Yeah.
I feel like, let me go back to it. 'Cause I'm a visual person, so
Hmm.
I just pretty much feel it says like those who. Let me see. Okay, let me read it for myself. It said those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are blessed, for they will be filled. That's from the Holloman Christian Study Bible version. Um, what I got from that is, you know, we shouldn't be hungry or thirst for anything, except for righteousness, because you know, once we go to God, He's going to be able to fill us up with everything that we need. He's going to fill us up with the right things, and we're not going to be, um, starving for things that we don't want. Whether that means, just, and that doesn't necessarily mean like food, but he's basically talking about just good things in life, like opportunities, just favor, and just being able to just continue to protect and guide us. It's all the good things, like He's gonna be there for us and provide everything and lay out everything on the table for us that we need. So pretty much you don't have to worry, as long as you continue to hunger after Him. He'll be able to satisfy.
Exactly. And
Mm.
I want to just, define what righteousness means in this sense. So, righteousness is meaning, it's a quality about yourself that you are morally right or justifiable. Like you have a reason for that is good for doing the things or not doing the things that you do or do not do. So, for me, I think this verse, what it means is that when you are, I think God is saying, in this, just in this sense, I think He's saying you will be happier in the long run if you do things that are justifiable and morally right, because that's what I would like you to do as um a person who believes in me. And then once you do those things, people who already do the right thing, they feel better about themselves. They have a lighter feeling, just in general speaking. So even if we weren't focused on the Bible, just a person who's doing the right thing every day, they feel much better about themselves than a person who's lying, or doing something crooked, or in just, I don't know if it's unjustifiable or injustifiable, but y'all know what I mean, so just go with it.
Well,
Ju-
I kind of feel like, okay, yes, I agree with you as far as, maybe people you know, um that do the right thing will feel better than people who don't do the right thing. But what this verse is specifically talking about, it says, blessed are those who hunger. Hunger means that they are starving for, they want more of him. So, and that's what hunger means. And then it says, and thirst, that means that you feel dehydrated, that you are not, close to him, or that you are not filled with his word. It says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. And righteousness in the Bible is did you look up the Bible definition of righteousness, or did you just look up the word righteousness? Because those are two different things. And then it
So
says, for though it
what
says,
would your definition of the Bible definition of righteousness be?
I would say personally, this is me,
No,
just my
I would like
person.
you to look it up, please, because
Oh,
that's my
okay.
what my definition is personally, as well as correctly. So I just want to know, like, and well, not correctly, but like the definition of righteousness. So what is the biblical? Because I didn't think it was a difference.
So righteousness, I would say, is just like how they gave you two different comparisons of the word righteousness, and the other verse it says to do what God requires. So I think that's what the definition of righteousness that they're talking about. It says, "For they shall be satisfied," because they have a desire to want to know more about Him. They have a desire or thirst to please Him. They they basically focus their life to hear those words, well done, at the end of their time. And the people that live their life to be able to hear that at the end of their time here on earth, I feel like God blesses them with abundantly. He blesses them with everything that they would ever want, because they're living their life pleasing and acceptable unto Him. Anybody else have anything to say on that?
I was gonna say that the biblical version of the definition of righteousness is the same thing. It says, and this is according to Christianity.com. Now, I'm sure there are other religions out there, but righteousness, according to this, is in human standards, it's defined as the quality of being morally true or justifiable. So that basically is the same thing. So I think when you say hunger and thirst, and people who crave, these are just people who crave to do what is morally correct. People who crave to follow the word of God, and following the word of God just means doing stuff or taking action that is morally correct.
No, no.
Oh my gosh, that was
Anybody,
very forceful. No.
no, anybody, let me say this, because it's a lot of people who get this confused. You can be a good person and do good things for people every single day. But if you're not baptized in Jesus Christ's name, and if you're not doing the things that he would have you to do as far as what's written in the Bible, then it's like you just still living to your own, you living to your
But
own
that's not the question
understanding.
though. That wasn't the
But I just had
question.
to, I know, but I just had to let you know that those are two different things. For you
No,
to
it's
be a
not.
good person, and for you to be a good
No, wait,
person,
guys. Wait. We're off track. The question was, what do we think about the verse of being more of being blessed
this is
of
what it says: righteousness. Righteousness is one of the chief attributes of God as portrayed in the Hebrew Bible. Its chief meaning concerns ethical, for example, Deuteronomy, Psalms, Leviticus, Proverbs. It says in the book of Job, the title character is introduced to us as as a person who is perfect in righteousness.
but they're defining a definition with the word. So I'm saying if ethics is still morals. So if you're doing the right thing, that's ethic, that's morals. I mean, they're using the same words, girl.
Okay.
And the question wasn't whether or not a good person is going to go to heaven or not. That's not what we were talking about. We're talking about this specific verse. And in this instant, if being happy is equivalent to doing right by God, right?
What's your opinion, Renzo? He quiet over there.
Ooh.
Renzo, you there?
I got everything mute. My bad. I'm trying to soak it all in. I was ever trying to ask you what verse were you reading it from,
What verse that the did the verse
or
of the day come from?
Oh, well, no, no. What version did you read that from? Because I guess I was trying to catch on to the.
We
I
read
think
that
you.
verse. We read the verse from the King James version and the Good News translation.
Oh, see the good news. Okay, yes, yes. Mine's different. I need to change mine. Let me go ahead and change mine to
But
the.
it's basically saying the same thing. The verse is the verse, gal. I don't think we should make
It
it more
says leading
complicated
a
than it is.
life. It says leading a life that is pleasing to God. That's
What?
So,
righteousness. I'm still reading
Exactly.
righteousness.
And where is that from?
I'm on the internet. I'm on righteousness, and then you click it says what is righteousness according to the Bible.
so pretty
Yeah,
much.
the same thing.
I mean, it's all the same thing. Just the verses is different. But
So
if
what do
you want
you
to get, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what do you feel that um Alexis, what were we just debating about? I forgot.
That was
You
y'all
were
was
you were off
talking about
topic. You were getting off topic. You were talking about how you can only be saved if you're not just a good person, but you got to be baptized. But I was like, no, 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 wait, that's not the question, guys.
That's
No,
why I was
I
just listening. I
remember.
was like, okay, I'm trying to see what it's gonna lead
No,
to. So
Yeah,
I
like
remember
that
why I
wasn't the
said that.
question.
I remember why I said that. I said that because you were saying that just being a good person and doing good things was the
It's
same
going to
thing.
make no, I said it was going to make you happy.
Okay.
I said that's because that's what we're talking about. It's pleasing to God. Like if you're doing those things and being morally and justifiably right. But
Pleasing to God is going by his commandments, not just being a good person.
yeah, so let me
you
just
had to.
give y'all a little background about where this particular verse came from. So this is Jesus speaking when he was preaching and he was on the mountain and his disciples was all in front of him and he was telling them how to be happiest in life. So he says a lot of things, not just that. He said, so blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, they shall be satisfied. But also he said, blessed are those who are merciful, for they shall receive mercy. Blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they shall see God. So he was saying a lot and it's a lot. Please go read Matthew
Oh,
5
I'm on it.
verse.
I'm on it.
Well,
It
I'm
'Cause he
talking
said,
says
to our audience, guys.
'cause he says more than that. It's not just. It doesn't just stop with. I feel like it ain't. I don't. I feel like we don't need to just stop at verse 6. I feel like the thing is like we need to continue to either
go
continue
ahead
to
then,
read that
Renzo.
part
Tell us.
because I feel like feel like it's a little bit missing here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So let's clear it up.
so I'm trying to see how I ain't gonna read. Hold on. That's 48. I mean 48 48 verses. Hold on.
So for anybody who is listening right now, you guys get on your Bible app. It says Holy Bible on your phone, on your iPad, whatever you have. Download that app. Go to read and type in here Matthew and chapter 5, verse 1. Start there and go all the way down. Jesus talking is in the red, you guys. And what we are saying right now.
Okay, let's see. Verse 19. Perfect. So I'm gonna read all the way to verse 19, which actually gets to the point of what I was getting ready to say.
Okay.
So blessed are they which do, and I'm reading from. Okay, this is from King James version now, because now y'all got me on a different version now. So blessed. Is that cool, or do y'all wanna? Y'all following that? What version y'all got?
Yeah, I'm on King James.
Blessed are they which do hunger, thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Where
Blessed are
wait,
the
where
pure.
where are you at? I'm sorry.
Matthew 5 and 6.
Oh, you starting at 6. You're not starting from 3?
Um, I can. Well, we started on six.
Well, guys, I don't know if we want to read 19 verses of
I mean,
scripture.
we on here for an hour. We having Bible study right now.
Okay, if that's what tonight's episode is going to be about, sure.
So with
Blessed
that
are
being
those who
said,
are pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are those that are merciful, they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which persecuted for righteousness sake, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. What else does it say? Ye are the light of the world. I'm down here on 14.
did you
It's
skip 11?
Yeah, I
Yeah, she
skipped all
skipped
of
a
that.
lot.
It says, okay, back up to 11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all matter of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Okay, y'all. I don't know if we
Okay,
can accurately
Right there. So right there at 12, right there where it says rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For but right there is the word, for your reward is great in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets were before you. So the whole thing is what I'm trying to get to is, you know, your reward is going to be heaven if you continue to be righteous unto him, as you
unto
continue.
him, not unto other people.
what are you talking about?
Because Lexus said, if we're good people to other people.
No, that's not what I said at all.
Okay.
You have to continue to be good to people,
Exactly. He
because
said be good to your
anyway,
neighbor. So should we not be good to our neighbor?
No, you
Like we're
should, but I
making
just didn't want you
exactly.
to
So God
focus
said a
on
lot of
that.
things, guys. He said a lot of things, and I was focused on what the verse was. I just feel like this kind of got like so far to the up, but like
so what I
I
so
don't I didn't want to
I'm
say to the
trying to
left.
decipher.
So what
I'm
I was
trying to decipher what. So I know you're supposed to be good to. You're supposed to be good to everyone. That's the law.
exactly.
That's
And
the
if
commandment.
and if God says be good to everyone, show people mercy, those are the things he was talking to his disciples about. He wasn't just saying that, he was saying, be peacemakers, be, pure of heart. He was saying a lot of things. And he was just saying that when you do those things, you'll be blessed, you'll be happy, blessed,
Basically, living
happy,
righteously.
and living righteously. Those are the things that qualify you. And by living righteously, you're also following God's word. So, like,
I
let's
agree.
not complicate it and make it more than it has to be, guys. Like,
So what were you saying? So
What
what?
I was saying, you guys, I agree. Definitely, I agree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to be mean to people or to treat people bad. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, what if we go all the way back up to the verse, the one verse which was verse 6, it says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness. If you hunger and thirst after righteousness, let's just focus on that right there. If you focus on that one, it says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness. What do you get from that? Just that right there. Da Vinci, you go first.
Well, first of all, this when you bless for righteousness, this is basically this
Not
righteousness.
blessed with righteousness. It says
But it's hold on.
hunger. It says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness.
Basically, I mean, pretty much righteousness mean doing all good, even meaning thinking righteously. Your actions. Acting righteous. In God's eyes, if you continue to do that and you continue to like daily, not just something that you just do like, okay, I'm gonna do good this time, or hey, I'm gonna treat this person this time. Like, no, this is like a daily thing that he's talking about. That it's just kind of like for example, when we eat daily, like we're constantly hungry, so it's like this is something that we'll continually have to do. So
Okay. Well, I got you. Lexus.
does that
I
make
already
sense
gave
on
my,
that?
huh?
Does that make sense on that?
Mhm.
My point of view hasn't changed. I think that God is saying to his disciples for this particular verse, for everything he was saying to them, he was saying, hey, if you're righteous, which is being justifiable, meaning the word the things you have and morally are morally right and ethical. Like if you do the right thing, you'll be a happier person. Because first of all, he's asking them to do the right thing.
Okay.
He's asking them to be people who are righteous like he is. So he's asking
Mhm.
them essentially to be Christ like. So when you
Exactly.
are Christ like and you
Christ
do
like.
the exactly, when you are Christ like and you are doing what is ethical and moral on a daily basis, hopefully the goal is to shine that light out and let other people see you by
Mhm.
doing right to those people.
I agree. I
So,
agree, you guys. But this, I'm gonna say this, and then we can move on. Okay, Lexus,
oh, okay.
I feel like you're right, and Da Vinci, I feel like you're right. I can agree with both of you guys. But however, the only thing that
That
I
means
want
I do, but I don't.
the only thing that I want to make sure that I press and make my mark with this particular verse, I think when it says to thirst and hunger after righteousness, that means that not only do you want to do good things for people around the world, but you want to live a godly life. You want to live in like you how God would live, or how Jesus would live, not just to go and, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, pat this person on the back because I want to do the right thing. You could want to do the right thing but not necessarily live a godly life. That's the difference. And so I'm gonna just leave it there.
Is that the same thing what I was saying, just far as like, like thinking righteously and acting righteous, like
What
living.
y'all were saying was just righteousness is just doing good deeds, which is not the
Nobody is
same
saying
thing.
that.
Y'all did.
Like,
Y'all
oh my gosh,
said,
I don't want to get it.
Renzo,
I
am
feel
I
like let's
tripping
hold
right
on.
now?
Let's let
Mm.
people who listen to this let them decide because
Renzo,
I
am I
essentially
tripping
feel
right now, or did Lexus
we're
just say
saying the same thing, but
righteousness
we're just
is
wording it different, and we're kind
okay?
of being rude to
I'm.
each other right now. So I'm just gonna
This is
stop
what
talking.
I'm gonna do.
We're not being rude. It's just called a debate. You have
No, I
your
mean
opinion,
when
and
I
I
I
say
have
know.
rude, I mean
mine.
we're over talking and
I feel
we
like
can't hear.
I just feel like we all right to a degree. We all right. So
Yeah,
it's
we
just,
all right, you guys, and I just want to make
I mean,
sure.
'cause
You can't
there's no
say we're
wrong.
all right, but so that's no, you know what I mean?
Well, we're
There's no
not
wrong
all right
answer in this.
then. Well, we're not
Basically,
all right
Exactly. So
because
each one of us has a point of view. I personally believe we're all saying the exact same thing. We're just
okay.
wording it different. And I don't think that
So okay,
our
so
ears are
I
open.
think I finally understand what Tay is trying to say. So basically, like she's saying, and correct me if I'm wrong. What Tay is saying, what we're both saying is, like we're talking about, living a righteous life and doing good unto people and guys people. And but what Tay is saying is basically, to be like God, think like God, and not just live a godly life. Like we can be good, and do those things, but also, you know kind of like walk the same path. Though, is that what you're saying, Tay?
along those lines, yes, I'm just
alone.
saying, you guys, it is a good thing to be a good person in this world. Yes, that is wonderful. That is great. Always,
And that is what
always, and
God asks
forever.
of us.
But however, what this verse is saying is that someone who is and who is hungry and thirsty for after righteousness means living a godly life. You can want to be a good person any and all day, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you want to live a godly life. You could just want to be a good person.
That is not what the verse. Okay, I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm just gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say anything else.
A
I
godly
agree
life
with.
means that you
One
want.
moment, please. One moment, please. I'm agreeing with you about the godly life. I'm absolutely agreeing because
What's
I
the
know
difference? Do
I
you
know
get what
more.
I'm saying?
One moment, please. I know more most of the Bible. Well, no, I don't know most of the Bible, but I know about religion. So I'm agreeing with you about that.
About
However,
what?
about that the fact that God wants us to live a godly life, not just be good to people. I agree with
Oh,
you.
okay. So that's my
However,
only point. That's my only
However,
point.
however, your point is invalid because that is not what we were discussing, guys.
That's
We
the
were
whole verse
No,
on
the
what
verse
righteousness
is about
is.
righteousness, which is no, like the fact of the definition, both godly definition of righteousness is to be morally or ethically correct in all that you do. So
Yeah,
when you're saying what you're saying may be correct, and nobody's debating that, Taylor, but
So,
it was
so,
not something that you needed to, we didn't have to build it up to here, guys,
so
because
this is okay. This is what I found on on verse 10, where it says, and I'm gonna read verse 6 through 10. It says, "Those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are blessed, for they will be filled. The merciful are blessed, for they will be shown mercy. The pure in heart are blessed, for they will see God. Peacemakers are blessed, for they will be called sons of God. Those who are persecuted for righteousness are blessed." So, meaning you will
not
be
just being a
persecuted.
good person.
Meaning,
exactly, but we were talking about this one verse, guys. I literally pointed out that this is a part of a sermon that God was speaking to a speech that he was making to his disciples. Of
We
course, we
understand
need
what
more
you're saying,
context.
Lexus.
We
We
need more
understand.
context. Okay, guys, I'm not going to say anything else on this subject.
it basically saying,
When we're
meaning,
ready to move on, let us
basically in this
know.
basically what I'm getting from this is that if whether if you are supposed to live a righteous life, but you will be persecuted if you're not, if you're not being righteous and following the will of God. You will, I mean, you will be, you either way, you're gonna be persecuted either way. But he's saying you're gonna be persecuted for whenever you follow him, because you're being a believer, you're following his law. And that's basically what I'm getting from that. But as long as you continue to hunger and thirst for righteousness,
What's that?
you'll
What's
be
righteousness? Hunger and
righteous.
thirst for what?
Let me look it up. I'm gonna look up the
Okay,
word
that's
righteousness.
what I'm trying to get you all
We've
to
been,
understand.
we've already
You
defined
guys,
what it is.
Lexus,
So,
I thought
guys,
you
we
said
just
to
need to
let you
stop.
know when we finna move on.
We're gonna get we're gonna get down to the bottom of this.
We need to,
Okay, this
because listen, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to belittle anyone. I'm not trying to say that your opinion does not matter. I'm not saying any of that. But what I do agree. It is great to
What
be
you're
a
doing
great
is arguing
person.
a moot point because we've already stated that you are correct. It just did not pertain to this particular verse. You're speaking of baptism, you're speaking
Alexis,
of being closer to
no,
God
I'm
and the God
not.
of the child. Yes, you did. You did mention baptism. If we would like to go ahead, since we're live, and go back and listen to this, you mentioned baptism.
I
However,
did.
nobody is disputing your points, Taylor. I'm just saying, particularly, that when you're speaking, our topic of today was this particular verse. Now,
Mhm.
it was not Matthew 5, all of this. the whole section. Now, if we want to go through that, of course, if we can. However, that was not the topic. And your point is moot because it is not pertaining to this particular verse.
Lexus, what I'm talking about is pertaining to
I'm done.
specifically that verse, not anything else that we've
It
read.
cannot be.
Now let me
Guys, okay,
explain
we've
one more
spent too long
time.
on this.
Lexus, this what the episode is about. So we gonna make sure that we
It
understand.
actually wasn't. The episode was about the verse.
And that's what I'm talking about. So moving along back to the verse, it says one who is hungry and thirsty for righteousness, who wants to, let me read the verse back again. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So it says blessed. So we can all know that I'm still talking about the same uh verse. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. I'm not okay. I'm gonna say this and then I'm done. If y'all want to elaborate on it, that's fine. But just to go back to the specific verse, one who hunger and thirst after righteousness. What, and I may be mistaken, but from what I got from what you all discussed before, you all were saying that being a good person, if you want a person who is hungry and thirsts to be a good person and does good to people in the world, they will be filled. And that's not what this verse is saying. The verse is saying one who hungers and thirsts after righteousness. That means that you want to live a godly life. One could
That
want
is
to
incorrect.
wait. Please,
That is
please let me
incorrect.
finish. Please let me finish.
That's so
Please
incorrect.
let me finish.
You're incorrect though.
Please let me finish. So, when you say that you want to be a good person, that's great. But it's two different things from wanting to be a good person and wanting to live a godly life, wanting to be like Christ, wanting to be like God. That's two different things. You can be a good person, but that's different than wanting to live a godly life, wanting to be like God. So when a person wants to live a godly life and want to live like God, want to do the things that God would do, want to do the things that he sent his son Jesus down here to do for us for our sins, then you're hungry and you're thirsty after righteousness because you want to live like Christ. Then you shall be filled. Now, forgive me, Father, if I'm wrong, but this is what I interpret about this verse. Now, to end the thing, yes, it's good to be a good person, but those are two different things from being a good person in the world and living a godly life. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, holier than thou. So that's great. That's fine. That's wonderful.
You're
We're each
preaching.
what we're going to do because I is agree to agree because and I don't disagree. So I'm not going to agree to disagree. I'm just going to agree with you and agree. Because personally what you're saying is correct, but my point, you're correctly incorrect in the fact that you are correct about what you're saying, but you're incorrect in the thought that righteousness is means means what did you say? Being a
Like
what?
God,
Like
living a
God,
godly
which is
life.
which is correct. However, that's not correct for this verse. So we're
Okay.
agreeing to agree because righteousness means what it means, and you can't
Oh
change the
no.
definition of righteousness. So it's just
Okay.
it is what it is, and
Please, you guys,
when
comment your thoughts and opinions on this subject. If you guys, are into the Bible, please don't hesitate to comment below. And I really want to hear you guys' opinion. Remember, we are doing this podcast, you guys, for you all to comment, to hear your thoughts, to hear your opinions. So maybe we can help each other, and all of that. So
Mm, righteousness state.
absolutely. So then, because we're on the topic of happiness, guys, the question that I
where was
have,
happiness at? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, being blessed. Being blessed is equivalent in the Bible to being happy. You'll be happy. You'll be blessed. That's what
Huh?
the verses say.
What
Either
the verse
way,
say?
I did. I'm just gonna make it simple. Either way, God still want us to be righteous. Either way, we still got
What
to
does
follow.
righteous mean?
Oh my God, we're
Being
not
good, it
going over
means
this
good.
again, guys.
Being
We've
good, right?
literally read the
It means
Just
definitions
being a
from
good person.
everywhere.
no, no, no.
No,
Okay, this righteousness right here. It says this
we're
is the
still in the
definition
sentence.
for
We not
righteousness. It's
We
the quality
we're
of
still
being more morally right or justifiable. But let me see the word. This one right here says righteousness is the one of the chief attributes of God as portrayed in the Hebrew Bible. Its chief meaning concerns ethical conduct. For an example,
ethical.
ethical. Let me get this right. For example, Leviticus 19:36, Deuteronomy 25:1, Psalms 1:6, Proverbs 8:20. In the book of Job, the title character is introduced to us as a person who is perfect in righteousness. So yes, righteous, and I'm ooh, that was perfect. Speaking of Job, he was a righteous person. He continued, he was a good person, but at the same time, just like he was a good person, like we're all saying, but at the same time, like like what I was trying to say is like he still had to follow God at the same time. Like he still
Mm.
and if it wasn't for his righteousness, for him being good and following God, being guilty, being free of sin, then he would never have been attacked by the enemy like the way he was. You know, all the things that happened to him, he continued to remain righteous. He continued to be good unto God. He continued to, have a righteous mind, and his actions were righteous as well. That's the definition of righteousness. That's what we're trying to get on today.
Okay.
Crickets,
Ah,
plugging it in.
Lex is tired of us. I know
I
she
say
tired of us.
something. I
I'm
say
not tired of you.
something.
I've already said my piece. I don't have anything extra to add. So when we decide to move to the next topic, I'll be ready.
Hey, I'm ready for the next topic. We're gonna
Yeah,
put
me
that
too.
to the side, and I hope that kind of
I hope y'all comment on this so we can maybe do another episode and talk about y'all comments.
yeah. So either way, y'all, continue to be righteous, be good. This follow God and follow His word. Just
Yes.
you know, we know righteousness is something positive. So if you if you don't understand, or if you do understand, you know, just continue to follow God, and everything will be all right. Uh,
Mhm.
so next topic. I know
Yes,
Lex
Lexus.
is
What's our
ready.
next topic?
Okay. So anyway, my question, my topic was, well, not my topic, but I was going to stem from this, but I don't know how to do that anymore. So I'm just gonna ask a question. I'm just gonna ask. So, what are you willing to do for your happiness? Like, what are you willing to do as a person? Whether, like, because I just watched, and I know it's been out for a while, and people have probably already seen it, but I watched some of the Social Network, and I'm truthful, so I say some of, and then I read the entire plot synopsis, and I just, the Social Network, for those who don't know, is about Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, and his friend, um, I don't know, Sawyer or somebody, last name Sawyer. Um, and they go into business together. Long story short, Mark tries to push his friend out of the equation by giving him only like 0.03% of the company. And he was like the one who initially helped Mark get off, So Mark, he was led by all of these outside forces that were telling him like, "Oh, you got to get rid of this person," you know, and he just wanted to be a, a make money and be happy the way he wanted. So what would you do? What are you willing to do for your happiness? Are you willing to sell out a friend? Thoughts?
Renzo, you can go first.
Ladies first.
Ooh,
What? Well, for happiness, honestly, since we already stuck on this subject with the whole Bible verse and everything, only thing that makes me happy is my main goal, is to please God. So God makes me happy. And so I really wouldn't say I give up anything or do anything, um that is not like him to be happy, because that probably wouldn't make me happy at the end of the day. So that's my answer. I mean, I don't I don't know what I wouldn't
you would do what is morally or ethically correct, right?
mm, sure, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty righteous of you.
Yeah, you pretty much. Lacey took the words right out of my mouth.
Her exact statement proves of what we were talking about. But anyway,
I was just gonna say I wasn't gonna say what you was gonna say. I was just gonna say make sure I clear my end up. I was like you're right.
Mm.
but anyway, so I know people, but people don't like people. Now I'm not talking like biblically, but I'm talking about like in the world, people. I want to say people are pretty good. Like if you're a good person, good things come to you, but that's not always the case. And I just feel like in order to ensure your happiness, I'm sure. Now, if it hasn't happened yet, more than likely it will. But in order to ensure your happiness, there has been a moment of that has either went or will come to you that says, "Hey, you could do this and be happy. Don't worry about everybody else." Where you were only concerned about yourself and were like, "Hey, if I do this, I could be I could have the job I want, the girl or the man that I want. I could be in the house that I want if I do this. Am I willing to do this? Is it something
Is
bad?
it
No.
bad?
That's what I was gonna say. Is it something bad? And if it isn't bad for you, it be bad for somebody else. Is it? So that's what I'm saying. If you're doing something that is right for you and not illegal or morally bad or ethically bad for you, but will put someone else in a difficult or lesser than position, is it still morally right?
Renzo.
Renzo?
Oh man, that always put me on the spot. I be trying to soak the information in and give you logical answers. I don't, but are you? What point of view? I was gonna ask you, Lex. What point of view are you? Cause I heard what you were saying about the story, but are you referring that to the person who didn't receive anything from the company, or are you referring to the person who, the owner of the company, who was running everything? Like, are you?
That yeah, I'm referring to him. So is it okay for him to now this is just the movie, guys. I'm sure some things were dramatized, and in the end, his quote unquote friend, um, ex friend now, I would assume, um, got what he deserved in the end, I guess. However, in the movie, Mark was he started this business with his friend, and they grew the business. They got investors from the ideals of both of them and the profits of both of them together. And his friend was his business partner. He iced out his business partner because it was a good move for him, but technically he left him with something. 0.03%. That's horrible. However, he's like, is it okay if you still leave them with a little something, even though it's not what they deserve? So that's my question is coming from Mark's point of view. Like, is it okay to do something that's not illegal to somebody, but not morally correct, even if it'll give them something on in the end?
I guess
I
it
mean,
just depends on what type of person you are.
yeah, just. like I feel like I mean he could have gave him a little bit more,
Oh,
but
he
at the same
ended up, they ended up with what he more than well deserved. I think he got like 30 something shares, but
time,
Well, I
but
have a question when y'all finish. Go ahead.
well, I mean, for that type of person, I mean, to get him like you said 0%, basically, I mean, that's just kind
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I guess that's selfish on his end. But if that would have made, I'm not in his shoes, but if I was in his shoes and I wanted to be happy, I mean, I will at least want one, if I'm running a company, in order for me to be happy in my job or the company that I'm running, I would want my employees to be happy. Because if my employees or the people that I'm helping or that I'm giving a job to, if I want everyone to be happy, then we have to create some solution that way. We don't want to. I don't want to be able to run a company and then everybody's mad and upset. Like it's not gonna work like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody has to have their fair share, and I feel like um, some people who do that. There are some people out here that are happy the way that they are. Like they don't really care. You know how much percentage a person get, or it's their company, they can run it, they're satisfied. Like I know it's a person out here like that, but you
But
know
is life fair though? Because we watched a movie last night about being a lioness and a lamb, and it was called I Care a Lot. And she was taking advantage of people and that were elderly. And she was technically moving them to a home, putting them in a home, and they were taken care of. But it wasn't ethically or morally right for her to do. And she was like, you can't get anywhere in the world being fair. She tried it and it didn't work. Would
that's almost like controlling in a way, like you know
it
I'm not
was? It was very controlling.
in
So,
both both scenarios is like controlling in a way, like you know you're trying to gain more than the other person, like if you I don't know. It's like I feel like if everyone is on the same team, then it should be equal, And like the situation that you just explained about the home, I mean, like it's certain ways to go about it. And it's like
can you be successful in this life being playing by the rules? Taylor, what you think?
Well, can you be?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Is it harder?
However, However, yes, it will be a little more, it may take you more time than somebody who does not play by the rules, because I would say it's not about, your skill level, or, how hard you work. Usually it's about the people that that gets you into the positions, or, that you want to be in. So I definitely feel like a lot of people get to skip the line if they know who having the party. You get what I'm saying?
cheat
Preach.
code. So
Yeah.
You better
eh,
preach. She said, skip the line if you know who's having the party. Girl, oh,
Yeah.
there's the like
some
job
people have
opportunity that applies to job opportunities. That applies to like just what you want to do in this world. If you don't want to work, if you want to work in the corporate world, you got to know somebody. If you want to work at and be successful on your own business, wanted to shine, the way Fashion Nova blew up so quick is because somebody that was famous posed for it first. And
Yeah.
how
it's
why?
a lot
Because
of people. It's a lot of people out here that's really mischievous. That's running these companies. Like, what I'm saying, you'll be surprised. You know, like the top person that run is like these people. I don't know what's the word. Like, not the word getting over, but that's pretty much what
getting over.
getting over.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that's what the bottom line, what it boils down to. But you just gotta choose when you run into a situation like any of these. You can't make the person bring you down. You got to continue to keep your happiness. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, your happiness is what's gonna keep everything, keep everything standing.
Mhm.
What was your question, Taylor? If we can, you're the last question of the night.
um. All right. So we talked about happiness. We talked about being blessed. And hmm. I don't worry about my question. Renzo,
You
do
got
you have any? Huh?
you got a topic? Why you try to switch it on me?
No, I'm just I was just gonna ask something, but I forgot. I was too focused on my answer. But we coming back, you guys, for another episode. You guys, we're coming back for another episode. When I guess we can do a part two if you guys leave your comments below. I would love to read them. I would love to see what you guys want to say about what we've talked about
And
today.
ignore that picture you just saw of me. I was gonna press the unmute button, not the camera button.
Well,
I was
they're
not
gonna see you
prepared.
live
I was
for
not
a split
prepared for
second.
that. Okay? So
Yes,
just
They're
so
gonna,
ignore.
so
um,
mhm.
well,
Go
what
ahead,
I
Ren.
am going, you go ahead. You go ahead.
All
No,
Um,
you
right.
go ahead. I was just saying you go ahead, Ren.
it's always Da Vinci. Go ahead. So anyway, um, if y'all got enough time, y'all got room for another topic.
Yeah, come on.
Uh, I do want to say too. I don't know. Speaking of the gems, we got this artist out here, Lil Uzi Vert, that has this
Ooh,
$24
ooh.
million gem on his forehead that's pretty much permanent. But
Yeah.
but
What?
yes, the rapper
Wait.
Lil Uzi Vert
Look
had.
who?
If I can pop an image up, but I'm
Pop a
trying to.
image. Pop a image.
Spell the name little
Lil
Laura
Uzi Vert.
She say
Uzi.
little.
I'm going to pop it up.
But speaking
Oh
on that
my
topic,
god.
while you finding that picture,
Oh
I
my
actually
god.
when I first saw him, you guys, I actually saw it when he was still like bleeding from it. So I thought that like he had got hit or like somebody like hit him in the head with a gun. I didn't know what happened, to be honest, and I just really thought that that was an um open sore on his forehead. And it was just like, ooh, I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to him? And then my little cousin was like, oh, this guy, he got a diamond on his head. And I'm like, who? And then they put up the picture and I started to look at him and I was like, boy, that's not no diamond. I was like, that boy got hit in the head. And they was like, no, he didn't. They was like, no, he didn't. There's a diamond
Oh
in his
my
head.
god.
I was like, what? Are you
I'm looking
serious?
at this picture and my heart is hurting. Like it just, you know how when you see something and you like if you in a movie and something happened, like your heart clench or like
Right.
something like that. That
Yeah.
just happened when I saw this picture.
Yeah.
Oh my
Can
god.
y'all see? Can y'all see the picture?
Oh,
Oh,
that looks
So
terrible. That looks like it hurts. Oh my gosh.
it looks. That's what I'm saying. It looks like he's in pain. We gotta pray for him.
y'all, it says Lil Uzi Vert reveals reason he put $24 million diamond in his forehead.
24 million. That's enough reason to. I'm not gonna say nothing.
He
Somebody
said
gonna rob him in the forehead.
He said Lil Uzi Vert has finally spoken about the 24 million diamond he has placed in his forehead and explains that it wasn't a spontaneous decision. The Philly rapper recently checked in with Fat Joe on the New York rappers podcast, The Fat Joe Show, and revealed that he initially planned to get a ring before thinking about the newest piercing. Shout out to The Fat Joe Show. We want to show
Right.
love to that. I said I'm keeping it real. We was going to put it in a ring, but I'm Lil Uzi. I'm turned up. So 20 million on a ring is the stupidest decision because I'm gonna look down and that ring ain't gonna be there. I know me. I wake up in the odd place in different sceneries. Lil Uzi Vert explained to Don Cartagena, or whatever, however you say it.
Have you ever heard of a lockbox or safe box? I mean, god dang.
I bet that has to be something he regrets because one, it may be cool for the first like day or so, but like you have to think of the extreme precautions you have to take with the rest of your life so you don't get like can you get brain damage? Like
He
Yeah, I'm
said,
pretty sure.
I recently seen on Instagram on well, another photo. He recently said that that the doctor or whatever told him, or that
Gotta
it-
take it out.
they had to be wise or be very cautious on how they take it out because he can die if they take it out wrong.
that is crazy. Who would like you know some stuff you can do and much respect to anybody who can handle that kind of pain. But some stuff you should do is like you're that's life threatening.
See, I'm the type of person like I like fashion. I'm a fashionable person, so I like to dress nice. I like the nice flashy stuff. But it gets to a point where it's like where you got where you cross the line, like buying all this stuff
And why wouldn't he
to
be
impress
afraid that
who,
somebody's gonna rob him, y'all?
like to impress who, like that 24 million could have been saved up, like they could have been invested, like he said. And then not only that, the research I've been looking up, Lil Uzi recently said that he's been saving that up for he's been paying that diamond off for almost
He don't even own the diamond that's in his forehead.
He's, no, he's been paying that 24 million that 24 million gem on his forehead since high school or something like that, or since he was a child, like I guess 7 or 9 years, probably longer than that. He's been paying on that diamond that
Mm,
long.
mm.
So that should explain it right there. Like I ain't the type of person that's about to go crazy and
Our
sit there
next
and
conversation got to be on um race and economics
Mm.
race
because
and economics.
this is why do we do this? I
Because
know.
we're the best.
Oh my gosh,
We
I
the best.
cannot. I, guys, they're comparing him to Vision from the Marvel series. Oh my god, I
Like
cannot
this is my joke, y'all. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like Lil Uzi got that shiny gem on his head, 24 million. I'm thinking like he finna do some magical powers or something, or he finna get some. He finna just be
Thanos is gonna
a
take that gem
genius.
off his head.
Shoot, I was thinking that he probably, if he had to put $1 million diamond in on his forehead, I'm
24
thinking that
million.
it's probably like something really, really like, valuable that he doesn't want to lose, or something like
I
uh
wonder.
it's too big to put in a safe somewhere because somebody might steal it. It's just that uh
All somebody gotta do is come up to him and snatch that diamond off his head. He dead and they rich.
Exactly.
They
And
sell it.
but I wonder if he had to do a psych eval before he got it. Like, cause that's some type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that like you can regret later, and then sue whoever did that because
He
you
gonna
could have
pull
said
around
he
and get
wasn't in your right
kidnapped.
mind.
He gonna pull around. He gonna need more bodyguards and Donald Trump because
Wait.
for his head.
Who you
Somebody gonna
telling?
run off in his head and they gonna have him. He gonna have a closed casket because his forehead gonna be
That's
believed. Cause
ridiculous.
so
Mhm.
like somebody probably plotting on him now. Like, I'm just gonna
And let
watch.
me clarify, guys. I don't mean this. First of all, I just don't believe he should have did it, and I don't want but power to whoever wants to do whatever they want to do. When I say it's ridiculous, I mean it is ridiculously unsafe. It's so
Yeah.
unsafe. It's unsafe physically, medically. Like, oh my god, it's
Like Tay said, it looked like it hurt. It
It
looked
does.
like it more than hurt. What if you could have? He probably could have died doing it. Like that's in the middle of your forehead. That's like right there in right there on your pineal gland. Like you just
oh, look at them words.
like it's just Illuminati-ish.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not gonna touch
Nah, I was just joking though. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he's trying to get magical powers, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well,
that. Y'all think we
thank
talked enough tonight, y'all?
I definitely do. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Hidden Gems podcast with
Woo
us, you
woo.
guys. We are extremely grateful for you all that listen to us, and we're going to continue to bring this awesome, awesome content every single week, you guys. And we're going to go live every single fifth episode, you guys 5, 10, 15, 20. So make sure y'all ready
45.
for that.
35, 40,
45.
Oh, okay.
50, 55, 60, 75, 80,
All the way to
85.
100.
Make sure y'all like this video because it does help us out. Make sure y'all comment below, leave us on fire if
Please
y'all like our
comment.
videos, you guys. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the Hidden Gems podcast, you guys, because we got some heat on the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely. This podcast definitely keep my mind right dealing with y'all too.
Okay.
well, I just want to say, even after heated debates, guys, we all still love each other, and that everything is not what it seems. How is First of all, if anybody in the comments can tell me where the little jingle came from, I would just give you like the biggest air hugs right now. But
Mm.
anyway, this is us signing off on the Hidden Gems. My name is Lexus, aka Lex, and my plug is Light of Lex, underscores in between Light of Lex. And please, please, guys, check out the nonprofit that I help with. I'm the social media coordinator for Feel the Look Inc., and they're on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram is Feel the Look Project, and Facebook is Feeling the Look Project.
And it's your girl Monet Tay here, you guys. I am sounding out. My name on Instagram is Monet Tay, MONAETAYY underscore, you guys. Make sure you guys go follow House Monet Tay too. It's a link in my bio to go ahead and go to their Instagram, shop some beautiful, beautiful hair, you guys. Make sure you hit up your girl for your credit repair if you all are looking to improve your credit. I am your girl. I love you guys so, so, so much. Thank you for tuning in.
And you already know who it is. It's your boy, Leonardo da Vinci. You know the code. No, just uh, it's your boy Renzo da Vinci. You know, follow me on Instagram, y'all. That's where I'm at. I'm always on the IG. You see the best updates for the hottest music videos, the hottest commercials, all that. I'm gonna be posting up on YouTube and IG, so y'all know where to find me. And definitely subscribe to the podcast. You never know what we're gonna talk about on this.
You never know what we're
Because
gonna give away.
yeah, exactly. We're gonna be giving away some money, y'all, real soon. So we'll have that in discussion. And we're gonna be bringing a lot of people on the show, so we know y'all gonna be tuned in. Watch this show when y'all don't have nothing to do. Y'all watch it tonight. You
For
know.
sure.
There you
So
go.
yeah, we'll see y'all and
Peace,
who.
love, and happiness, y'all.
See y'all
That
next
sounded so
time.
southern.
All right, bye, you guys.
Bye.